Alright everyone, figured I'd do a quick video. I was having a hard time getting my 656 to stay running today. I thought it was a bad battery. Then I pulled the bowl off the carburetor, seen it was full of junk. And then when I had the carburetor off, I charged the battery and put it back on and turned it over, and fuel pump wasn't pumping fuel, so basically it was just starving for fuel. So I had one of these El Cheapo plastic ones. If you look, those aren't the screws it came with. As soon as I put it on there, it started leaking like a sieve. So what it had was these holding the top to the bottom. Now this is a original Kohler that I pulled off one of my buddies that quit working, and that's the screw that come out of it. If you look down in there, there's an actual nut into the base of this thing that it screws into. The reason these are so cheap is because they screw in and only hold on to the plastic. So I went through the old nut and bolt drawer, got some of these, and I just couldn't put a bolt and a nut in it because it'd get in the way of the attaching bolts to the engine block. So I cut them off just enough to go through the base. They're kind of sticking out there at the bottom. And I got it tied up and it quit leaking, but it was leaking all down in front of the block. Brand new out of the box. Junk. So I'm going to try to order one of these rebuild kits for this original metal one. I don't know if it's pot metal or aluminum or what, but I think it's just a diaphragm and a spring in there, which is probably cheaper than that plastic piece of junk that I bought. But I want to get that ordered and then maybe come back and show you guys how to rebuild it. But anyway, they're cheap for a reason.